Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and this is going to be the second video in the series that I am putting together my faux boombox using the Hello Lovely paper collection that's available from Photoplay. So I'm going to show you this. I picked this up from Country Craft Creations as one of my design team projects. And I also picked up the variety pack of my Colors Cardstock that matches. So I've been playing around with that. I already showed you the video that is how to construct the boombox itself, the box that is. And I went ahead and papered the inside using the banana split new cardstock that's available from Country Craft Creations. And then I have the peony pink that is on the outside of the box. So let's go through all of the different things. You're going to see the cut list below, and I will link the first video as well. But let's start with the radio front. So this floral paper is what I'm calling the radio front, and I have the measurements there for the scrapbook paper itself. Then I have the two speakers here. So I am using the cardstock underneath. I created a 3.5-inch circle out of cardstock, and then I have a 3 1/8 inch circle out of the Photoplay scrapbook paper. So I just layered those on top and glued those down. Those are right at the edge of my scrapbook paper, only 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. So you can know where to place your circles there. And then from the bottom of the radio front scrapbook paper, it measures 1 3/8 of an inch from the bottom. And that's the placement of my circles. Now, I went ahead and used a piece of cardstock here that measures 4 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, and that is the tape player. That's the green piece that I have underneath here. And then I have little 1/8 inch strips. Is that 1/8? I'm sorry. 1/16 of an inch. I'm sorry, 1/16 of an inch strips of the banana split that run down the side. And then on top of it, I used double-sided tape and glued down one of the waffle flower shaker cards. And those measure 3.5 by 3.5. And I have the same size paper cut out from the collection that is 3.5 by 3.5. So you take your waffle shaker card. Let me open one up here, another one up. Okay, it's already scored for you. You lay the paper inside here, and then you will wrap the shaker around it. Now there is a film on it, so do that at the very end so that you keep your paper nice and clear, your see-through film nice and clear. But what I did is I went ahead and folded over 3 sides first. I used double-sided tape to lay that down to adhere it. And when I had the one side still open, I went ahead and put my little shaker bits. So the shaker bits that I was using, I did pick up from Country Craft Creations with one of my prior projects. This is the Crystals Embellishments, and this is Peach from Buttons Galore and More. That's also available. Check out what's available anyway on countrycraftcreations.com. The different colors that may be available still. So the other thing I did, this is from the sticker collection, so I just laid that right on top. That comes with the Hello Lovely sticker elements. Next I have the radio frequency, I'm calling it, and there is one piece that measures 10 inch by 1.5. That is the cardstock underneath. Then I have a piece of scrapbook paper that measures 9 3/4 inches long by 1 1/4 inches tall. And then I have another piece of cardstock that measures 9 inches long by 1/4 inch in width. Now I went ahead and glued all of these elements down on my radio front first. And then I took a paper straw and I went ahead and used my pokey tool, poked a hole through the paper straw 1/4 of an inch away from the end. And then I also poked a hole through the radio front scrapbook paper. Not the box, just the paper. Okay, I used the brad to adhere it, so this way the antenna can actually rotate, just like that. Now this is just a paper straw that I had in my stash. I took another brad here and I placed hot glue on the tongs of that brad, and then while it was still hot, I put it inside of the straw and held it there so that that would look like the top of the antenna. Okay. Next, I went ahead and did the sides of my box. So these scrapbook pieces on the side measure 2 7/8 inches tall, wide, by 7 and, let's see, Nicole, 7 3/4 inches tall. Okay, and then the back measures 11 7/8 inches in width and 7 3/4, 7 3/4 inch tall here. And then the bottom piece here measures 12 inches in length, and then it measures 2 7/8 inches in width. And that is the decoration of the faux boombox. I just centered this tape player piece in between the 2 circles, and you can lay a ruler on top. I just eyeballed it, but if you really want to do that, you can. And then I also went ahead and put the frequency bar at the top, and that measures from the top of the radio front down to the top of the cardstock. You can see measures 3/4 of an inch. And then just center it from left to right. Okay, the last thing that I did was I went ahead and cut out 4 pieces of the medium weight chipboard, and for this I used my Thickers punch, and then I also went ahead and cut out a piece of the banana split cardstock. So what I'm gonna do is just glue, I inked all the edges. Everything I've been inking the edges with Vintage Photo, and so I'm just going to layer all of these up, and then I'm gonna stick this right on the side of my pieces of cardstock and layer them up, or if you have circle dies and have foam, you can use that as well, just to give a little bit of thickness. And I'm gonna go ahead and place glue on this. This is gonna be stationary, but it's just for the look, not going to be functional. And I'm just going to place that right there on the side of my boombox. Okay. All right. Okay, and that should do it for this video. And I hope that you follow along for the rest of the make, which is going to be the album that sits inside of this boom box. And then on the top, we're going to play around with the rewind, play, and fast forward and eject buttons on the spine of the album. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that you're playing along. And until next time, everyone, happy crafting, you all. Bye.